It's way less than 2 months to go until this year's Woodley Carnival 2024. Yes, coming on Saturday the 8th of June this year is the Woodley Carnival. But of course, we've got something special before the carnival to do with the carnival, and that is the Carnival Quiz. And that is taking place on Friday, the 17th of May at 7 p.m. at the Oakwood Centre, this year's Woodley Carnival Quiz. Well, welcome along to this week's The Voice of Woodley. It is Saturday the 20th of April, year 2024. And it's an early sunny Saturday afternoon right here in the north end of the Woodley precinct. Of course, we have the Saturday market here as you go further down into the Woodley precinct. Well, welcome along to this week's The Voice of Woodley. Some special hellos to say. But before we do that, I'd like to just give you contact details. If you'd like to contact me to do with anything to do with the video, you can on 07738 573812. That's 07738 573812, and you can text or call. Well, as I say, now for some special hellos. I'd like to say hello to, let me just find it on my piece of paper. So a very special hello to Alyssa, hello to Imogen, and hello to Katie Allwood. So hello to Alyssa, Imogen, and Katie Allwood. It's always fantastic to see you around and to speak to you. Always come and say hello. And it's great to speak to you in Greggs as well, and anywhere else that I've spoken to you around the Woodley precinct. Well, now to not too far from here, the Woodley Library. They're having a digital health service, and that is taking place on the 2nd of May from 1 p.m. They have a story time for children, and that is taking place on the 1st of May. They're having Scrabble on the 16th of May from 2 p.m. And they are holding a coffee morning from 10 a.m. on the 2nd of May. They're all things at the Woodley Library. Now we're off to the centre, technically, of Woodley, to the Bull and Checkers, the long-established pub, and we have Wardour Street will be performing on Saturday the 27th of April. They're having a karaoke, and there are some very talented people. A karaoke night on the 25th of May at the Bull and Checkers, and a Buddy Holly tribute act on the 29th of June. They're also having the band The Dirty Shirts perform on the 27th of July at the Bull and Checkers. Now, talking of great live music, we actually had a very established professional musician, a professional trumpeter called John Barker, who was performing here on Thursday, and he was phenomenal. He's performed on soundtracks and worked with some very established acts and bands, and really talented, put some great effort into his trumpet playing, really talented, and lots of feel into his trumpet playing as well. Well, of course, as I say, it's the Woodley Carnival Quiz on Friday the 17th of May at 7 p.m, so make sure you get your tickets booked now. It's getting a little bit cool, so it's finding it slightly difficult to read the braille, which is quite unbelievable, seeing as it's actually quite warm today. So you'll have to bear with me here. St John's are welcoming back Wilds Church, which is now starting at 4 p.m. on the 28th of April on a Sunday, with a campfire and lots of marshmallows too. Okay, Pirates of the Caribbean is the last night that it's being performed at the Oakwood Centre, starting from 7 p.m. at the Oakwood Centre. And they're having live jazz on Saturday the 11th of May at the Oakwood Centre. And then in Woodford Park on the 6th of June in the evening, they're holding a D-Day celebration. Well, at the Emmanuel Church next Saturday from 7 p.m, they're holding a Taskmaster evening, so lots and lots of fun should be had by all. And then, of course, as I said at the beginning of the video, it is way less than 2 months till this year's Woodley Carnival, and that is taking place on Saturday the 8th of June here in Woodford Park. And of course we'll have a great fly past for everyone around Woodley, not just people at the carnival, but for everyone around Woodley to enjoy. Of course the great Merlin engine revving up and sparking and firing to entertain and make everyone very, very interested. And great sounds too. Everyone, you can hear it throughout the field and beyond. Of course the field will be full of stalls, there's a packed arena, lots of great entertainment, lots of ways for local charities to raise money, and lots of great opportunities for people to bump into people they haven't seen for ages as well. And then of course we finish off the day and with the evening with the 3 live bands, Ready or Not are headlining, and then of course we have the great firework finale to finish off this year's Woodley Carnival. Well, of course there are some council meetings coming up. There is a council meeting next Tuesday for plans, and then in May, I believe it's the 7th of May, of course we'll be holding the annual council meeting. And I'd just like to say as well done to Janet, who's been a fantastic mayor. Well, there's some live music at the Bosco Lounge, and that is taking place next Saturday the 27th of April. Well, we had a fantastic fair. It was Beach's Fair that came to Woodford Park. They had some great rides such as the Dance Zone and the Waltzer. Lots of other great rides for everyone to enjoy as well. They had food there, but it was a fantastic fair. Really, really, really helpful people. And of course they shall be making a return in August. And of course I must say as well, we have a fair at the Woodley Carnival too. Well, now for some great bands performing at the Good Companions. We have Lord John performing this evening, so the 20th of April. We have the Dirty Shirts performing next Friday, the 26th of April at the Good Companions. Then, let me just feel here. Then, of course, we have Back to the 80s performing on Friday, the 3rd of May. Just have to bear with me here because this paper wants to take off. So Back to the 80s on Friday the 3rd of May. And then on the 11th of May, it's been very difficult to feel this braille, which is, as I say, bizarre because it's, oh yes, okay. They have One Vision performing at the Good Companions on the 11th of May. Then they have Brit Sound performing on the 18th of May, and then the Broadmoor Sirens back again on the 25th of May. All great bands performing at the Good Companions. Of course, some of the other pubs around Woodley, of course, you have the Bull and Checkers like I mentioned earlier. Not too far here to my right, of course to your left as you'd be looking at the screen, I think. Yes, I think so. Would be the Checkers. Of course, we've got the Shepherd's House into the north along Reading Road. Of course, the Waterside down in South Lake. So some great pubs for people to go along to in the local area. Well, that's about it for the Voice of Woodley for this week. Of course, if you'd like to contact me, then please do on 077 3857 3812. And of course, I'd like to again say hello to Alyssa, Imogen and Katie. It's always great to see you around. But from me and the Voice of Woodley for this week, goodbye for now.